If you want to make sure that the gold and silver that you've got is genuine, then probably getting something like this might be a good idea. Testing with Sigma Metalytics is super easy, and certainly with something so compact as this, you can take it anywhere and test not only yours, but all of your friends and family's gold and silver. So we're going to do a full review of the PMV Pro Mini, show how it works, and see if it is something that you might want to buy to test your precious metals. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble, where today we're going to have a look at the last little bit of kit from Sigma that has been sent to me courtesy of Trusty Metrics, who are sponsoring today's video, but they haven't gifted me this machine to keep at £1,700, or the equivalent of an ounce of gold these days. It's not cheap, but nevertheless, it's great to be able to showcase it and go through it and see what it's all about. This is the Sigma Pro Mini. Now, if you haven't heard of Trusty Metrics, they're the UK's exclusive supplier of Sigma equipment. I can highly recommend them. I'm going to be a customer of them. I will be actually doing a fourth video in this little mini series because we've reviewed the Pro, the Investor, and now this Mini, and we'll be making a purchase decision. I'll tell you all about why I've gone the way I have. So to find out more about that, then definitely hit the subscribe button. But for now, we're going to showcase what you get if you are interested in the PMV Pro Mini. And if you are interested, then you can head down to Trusty Metrics' website. There's a link in the description box below. So for now, we will just do a full review of the product and see what it's all about. So this is the cheapest of the three bits of kit that we've been sent to look at. It sits at £1,700, which still is no cheap amount. You can get a whole ounce of gold, of course, for an equivalent amount of money. But nevertheless, it gives a really good degree of certainty for testing precious metals. Now, if you're like me and you're buying a lot from secondhand market sources like the forum or Facebook or wherever it might be, you might want to consider upping your game in terms of testing precious metals. If you're a big investor, it's worth thinking about, even if you're buying from big established name brands gold dealers, sometimes there can be the odd fake that slips through, and one singular fake in gold ounce terms would cost you what this machine does. That extra peace of mind is very, very useful indeed. So with that said, here's what you get for the PMV Pro Mini. You get a little piece of kit within a nice handy carry bag. It's a very compact piece of equipment. You can very easily take this away with you wherever you might be, to coin shows or to coin shops. It's really lightweight, it's easy. You've got a little calibration coin slot in the bottom. The side has all of its little ports and buttons and doodads. Charging port, wand port, and power button. Very, very simple and easy to use. And in the other little part, we've got the wands, which come calibrated to the individual machines. They're not interchangeable. And we've got some charging cables. That's basically it. Really, really good. There was also a little mini cheat sheet for getting it going the first time, because you'll notice, unlike the Pro and the Investor, this does not have the sort of screen on it where you can see all of the information about the testing results. So you have to use an app to use this machine. Now, my technophobe inner hatred of anything technologically advanced will have one little bit of kind of criticism here. I am not very technologically inclined, and when I first turned it on and got it all set up, and I've just turned the app on here and everything, I could not for love nor money get it to work. I followed all the steps, I was connected to it. The app just seemed to be one of those things where you had to turn it off and on again. So one thing I will say was really great though, is that I contacted Trusty Metrics and was just like, look, I've been banging my head against the wall for 5 minutes. What's going on? I can't get it to work, can't get it to test. They jumped straight on the WhatsApp to Sigma. They were talking with them. And then I really felt bad because, egg on my face moment, a few minutes later, I just turned it off and on and it worked perfectly. And so, yeah, maybe the app has that small little hitch, but beyond that, it's great. And the customer service was fantastic too. The only other criticism I will have of the app is that you have to be connected to the Wi-Fi that is created by this. Now, that sounds awfully complicated, but it's really easy in a step-by-step instruction manual when you get it, when you open it, when you turn it on. But you would not be connected to your normal Wi-Fi network if you were connected to this, and you've got to make sure you are connected, otherwise it won't work. So it's like a little bit of an annoyance if you're in a place where you have literally no mobile data or anything like that. It can be a bit annoying, I think, for some people, but I've not really had a major issue with that. I'm connected to mobile data right now. Happy days, really. So Yeah, I think it's a really good compact piece of kit, but having to use an app by the side of it is a little bit annoying. For the for the small amount extra going up to the investor level, you might be very well placed to get that instead of the Pro Mini. But there are some added benefits of the compactability of this Pro Mini here. So with that said, I guess let's test some silver and gold and see how we do it. So the app is very good, very responsive. There's no issues here. We're going to go for gold pure. We've got 1 ounce. Let's test this 1 ounce gold coin here. And if we pop it down, it'll say weight, and then it'll give you your result. Beautifully in the green, easy peasy, no problems with that. You'll see it test straight through that capsule as well, which is fantastic to see. You can do the weights in grams or ounces, and you can choose total weight or precious metal weight. So if, for example, you didn't quite know what the sort of total precious metal content might be of this, I can't remember what this weighs off the top of my head. So we're just going to do total weight. I think it's somewhere around the 45 grams mark, I want to say. But it shouldn't make it, you have to get it right. You should be getting it as perfect as you can do. But we're going to just about see where this is on the 90% gold reading here. And hopefully I've got the right setting. And there we go, in the green. So even though I didn't know the exact weight there, I know an approximate weight, you can get a better degree of accuracy by making sure that's there. It's important to do that, I will add, because these results and this reading is based off a database of coins and sort of specific types and weights and things. So it is important to do the right weight, but in a pinch you can guesstimate, and it's a pretty good degree of accuracy. You'll notice there's a dimensions part of this as well. So if we get this 1 ounce gold coin out of its capsule and we go back, so we're going to be going weight, ounces troy, total weight. Oh no, gone wrong way around. 1 ounces troy, total weight, and we're going to be going metals, gold pure, and then we pop that on the scales like so. Scales, I mean the testing equipment, you know what I mean. And there we have we can go for a dimensions test. We say it's round, and again you'll see these little green lines that we've seen on the other bits of kit come up, and pop it down on there, and it should theoretically be the correct dimensions. This one isn't, and I wonder whether it's because I've maybe not done something correct on yes, because we've got total weight. There we go. So weight, here we go, 1 ounces troy, precious metal weight. There we go. Let's try this again and see. So that's a good example there. If you get the setting slightly wrong, you can have slightly off results. So I'm sort of hoping that looks a little bit better, that this will be absolutely bang on perfect. So if you line the coins up with the 2 lines, yeah, that's absolutely perfect from my angle up here. So job done, fantastic, good. It wasn't a fake gold coin. It was just malpractice from me. So make sure that is correct on that particular setting there. Silver, will it do silver through big capsules? So we've got a 2 ounce silver here. So if we go 2 ounces troy, total weight, metals, we're going to go over to silver and silver pure, and then down underneath that capsule. Let's see if we can get the reading. Yes, we can. Perfect. Right in the green. Absolutely happy with that. What about this 10 ounce bar? I've used this in all of my other little bits of kit. Is this going to push this a little bit too far? So this is fine silver. So 10 ounces is the weight, total weight. There we go. And we're going to pop this on the testing scales. Again, I said it's scales on the testing area, and we're going to put it down. And we're saying thickness 11.12, but it's not giving a reading. And that says to me that this is too thick to read. So I'm going to try another little bit there. Yeah, I think this is the limitations of this particular piece of kit. Now you could test this with the wand, but you wouldn't be getting the sort of perfect through reading that you'd be getting on all of these other types. So if we go in here again with this and we can see it's getting that good reading. Now you can also change the types of reading you're doing about resistance or conductance. So you can see both of those. So this is now the bulk conductivity of this particular coin. And again, perfectly in the green, easy peasy, job done. I wonder if we can get a conductivity reading on this one, or whether it will be too thick again. Might have to change the weight, but I think, again, it's not even going to read because it's a bit too thick. So we can see a little bit of a limitation there. Not even going to bother trying with the big kilo bar. What about smaller bits of gold? How are we going to be looking at that? So this is a 5 grams, there we go, of total weight, metals, gold pure. Will this read through the little blister pack that we've got here? And yes, it will. Perfect. Lovely. Easy peasy. Again, this one though, a little bit limited if we want to do, for example, dimensions test here. So if we put that down again, and then we wait for it to just settle like so, and do dimensions, and we do rectangular, you know, it'll give you an ability to sort of try that out and see if it's working. But again, with a blister pack, it's a bit difficult to match that up and see. So otherwise, easy peasy, you can do those dimension tests. And that dimension test is really important. It helps give that extra degree of accuracy. What about a 10-ounce coin? Let's just try that, because this is a little bit less thick, I suppose, than the Engelhard bar, and it might be able to go through. I keep doing that the wrong way around. So weight 10 ounces Troy, total weight, place sample. I think this is not going to work through the capsule for sure. Yeah, case thick. Let's see if we can. Oh, these capsules are always such a pig to open. Let's see if there's one that's a little bit easier. No, they're not. I'm just going to grab my knife. Ah, the joys of filming YouTube videos and not being prepared. Right, here we go. So, that came open, good. So we've got a slightly different coin because this capsule is easier to get. Let's get that out and let's pop this. Do you know why it wasn't probably reading on the other one? It's because also I didn't put it as gold. I bet you were all shouting in the comments about that. Silver, pure, 10 ounces Troy. Let's pop this under and let's pop it down and see if this will read the 10-ounce coin, and yes, it will. And I suspect, though, we might struggle with, the dimensions test, limited by the struggle of your screen. Perhaps if you're on a big tablet, using the app on the tablet, you might be able to get that dimension test. But it does work on those big coins. But again, that 10-ounce bar that we're seeing here, this Engelhard, this is just too thick to go through. So there is that restriction and limitation on this particular piece of kit. But otherwise, I think it's a really nifty piece of kit. It's certainly something to think about if you are a precious metal enthusiast, if you are wanting to up your game in terms of the testing regime that you will be doing for your gold or silver. So definitely worth thinking about. And we're going to just do this one last one, because this is another one that I wanted to show with you. So metals, gold pure. So this is the coronation bar, and you can see it's sort of in a raised blister pack. So if you have it with this that way up, I struggled to get any readings on this. And it said case thick, and that's because there's no sort of contact on the bottom. However, because of the way it's designed, if we pop that on there like that, you can get the top of the wand actually onto the surface of the gold, and then you'll get your reading just fine. So there are, I suppose, some limitations, but also there are some good workarounds because of this movable arm here. So yeah, I think it's a really cool piece of kit, and it certainly is in the consideration for me to get. I would probably say I'm leaning more towards the investor level or the pro, to be honest, because of the ease of having it all in one place without without the app having to be used. That's the only criticism I would say, as I'm just a complete technophobe. But there we have the review of the Sigma Pro Mini, a really, really good piece of kit, and I'd love to know what you think about it down in the comment section. Are you interested? Are you going to get it? Is it something that you already have? Are you looking to get hold of it and you're in the UK? Because if you are, then you need look no further than Trusty Metrics' website, linked in the description box below. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring the video today. I am sponsored, but it's honestly a personal review because they are a great company and I'm a customer of theirs, or at least I will be as of next week, when I will make my final decision, and I will share that with you. I'll go through each of the sort of thinking points that I've gone through for the machines, and I will let you all know in another video. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see that final decision, then make sure you do so. Otherwise, that is it from me. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you to my ramblers for stopping by and watching to the back end of my videos. And thanks to the Cool Kids Club members who are super extra cool. Thanks very much, and talk soon.